country.
I want to ask you finally, this is a bigger topic than we can get into all the details of, but I want to ask you about Afghanistan. The president visiting the troops there this week in a surprise visit. And when we talk about our goals, all of the concerns about Hamid Karzai, the Afghan leader, questions about corruptions and so forth, and it takes me back to a famous moment before you were senator, April 1971, when you said this on Capitol Hill about Vietnam.
How do you ask a man to be the last man to die for a mistake?
My question to you, as you look at the landscape of our withdrawal plans in 2014, is it a mistake in Afghanistan to ask soldiers to be the last to die in a war that may not be able to achieve the results that we have laid out for it?
Well, first of all, I just looked at that and I said, boy, he needs a haircut. Right. Look, in my judgment, Afghanistan is just not Vietnam. We shouldn't have been in Vietnam. It was a surrogate war. It was a civil war. It was a Cold War surrogate war. There were any number of reasons why it was a gigantic mistake. In Afghanistan, we're there for a purpose. Now, I don't believe we need the size of the footprint doing everything we're doing, and I've said that many times publicly, and I don't think the president, in the long run, wants to do that, which is why he has committed to this transition. I believe the president and our military and our policy is on the right track, and that track is to turn this over to the Afghans as rapidly as possible in a way that meets their needs to have sufficient stability and capacity to survive.
Can we do that before 2014?
And our needs to be able to prosecute counterterrorism efforts. I think you can do a lot of counterterrorism with a smaller footprint and still manage the progress of Afghanistan. And most of that, in my judgment, will depend on what we're succeeding in doing in Pakistan. Pakistan is as much the key to the outcome in Afghanistan as anything else. Now, can we do it by 2014? Yes, I believe we can. And I think the president is absolutely intent on preventing this from being the mistake that begged the question that I posed in 1971.